Welcome to Nude Clan After Dark.
Schweiss has to go to work, so we got to do two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I think we only have two, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
two
really have
messages.
This is the show where you ask
Except
us
that
advice.
we pre-recorded one before, so someone's going to get mad being like, I left a message, yeah.
and
But
you're
going to have to hear it in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Suck it up. All right, so you ready to dive in? You want to hear?
Yep.
Hey guys, it's Jangles here. I've been out in the military for a few years now, and the problem I'm having is I can't really be social. And, I try to be social, but every time it happens, I just get so pissed off with people's incompetence that I just can't do it. Any advice for you guys to give me a hand there? Appreciate it. Bye.
Being more sociable.
Oh, this is a bad group of people to ask that question.
Yeah.
Are we all eyes except for Joe? When we took that personality test that doesn't dictate our lives.
No, me and Cameron were both
Cameron's an E?
extroverts.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, he was the first time he took the test.
Cameron's close to an E, I think.
I was the same. If we go back to that, getting fat was separate. I was the same personality type as Jon Snow and Gandhi.
Oh, he's totally an I.
I thought you were an E.
No.
Jon Snow's like an I that's almost an E.
Okay, someone
Yeah.
go listen to that Getting Fat episode. I'm pretty fucking sure.
Like,
you
it
were
was MLK,
I thought you were like the Peacemaker
Gandhi.
or something.
Yeah, that's what it was, but that's a form of the I, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna find it. It's okay. Keep talking.
Oh, geez,
Greg,
man.
as a fellow socially retarded individual, how do you overcome?
How do I overcome?
So he says he's recently left the military, right?
So he's
And
been.
he is having trouble socializing because he can't get over how inept people are.
How incompetent.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even hear that part.
So it's not just how to be more sociable; it's how to get over people's incompetency.
Talk about stuff you like.
Get on a podcast
Get on a podcast with people
With
that
the-
you might stand a little bit.
with people that you think are that way.
That's our advice about half the time. Just get on a podcast.
Start a podcast.
Well, I mean,
Start a
we're supposed to be
podcast.
sarcastically giving advice, you know?
some of it's real. They're kernels.
I don't know.
Some
So
kernels of
you
truth.
go about life and you haven't met a single person yet who you don't feel is incompetent compared to yourself.
Maybe, or
So
maybe he's saying
what's-
he's having a
what's
hard time finding
the
more
bigger
people.
issue.
It depends on how long he was in the military. Because if he was in the military for a long time, that's like his group of people, right?
Right.
And if they're still in the military, they don't really have time to be hanging out with them, I would imagine, or as much. So maybe he's kind of moved away from that group. So maybe now he needs to kind of reset and like get a new group of friends, like people that he can do things with now because he has different interests or whatever the reason may be.
One thing that he's coming out against is that when he was in the military, his life was super structured. He knew what he was supposed to be doing and when, and so everyone else was too. And if you didn't do your job right, you're not only endangering yourself, but others. And so now when he comes back to the real world, it's a whole bunch of people just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and there's no real flow to it, no real structure to it, and that's probably what he misses. He's able to take that structure he learned and apply it to his life and get shit done, but when he sees other people not applying the same structure, he feels that there is just a level of incompetency.
Oh, yeah, like people at my work that are like, oh, I need to pay off that credit card. And I'm like, you're a regular here. You make double pay like 3 days a week. What fucking debt could you possibly have, you imbecile? So maybe it's something like that where it's like, yeah, there's such a lack of structure in the people around him now that he just can't handle it, and you can't help but be an asshole.
I get that way. I when people around me become grossly incompetent, I give them a couple chances.
Maybe he's just in an area where everybody
Then they
believes in
gotta
horoscopes.
fucking go.
Maybe he's near a trailer park, Cameron. Maybe that's what it is.
I just hate the poor.
Yeah, they're just so easy to hate. They're fucking everywhere, man. Everywhere.
The joke is most of us grew up poor, but
It is true.
yeah.
But
Yeah, my rich army family. You know.
yeah, with your dad who had like a
He had a salary of some kind.
yeah, well, that he had like a black and white TV until 2011. You know,
Pretty much, yeah.
fucking off the grid, no internet's like AOL discs that they still have. From
No,
back
he
in
didn't
the
have that.
day.
We didn't have any internet, dude.
That is
We had it
insane.
for a brief amount of time, and then they were like, "We don't need it," so they got rid of it. I didn't have internet through most of high school.
You're
dude.
like, but it's a utility. It slaps you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, you don't need it. What the fuck are you talking? I live without the internet when everybody said they still
You're-
say the same shit.
It's
You're
amazing
talking
how
about this like it's so abnormal, but for me, I didn't have the internet regularly until I was a senior in high school. So
That's crazy.
I've
man.
pretty much had it my entire
Oh, I
life
know you
because my
have,
dad
Frank.
worked for AOL.
Oh,
So
those
I've-
people.
Yeah.
Did he send out the discs? Is that his job?
I don't know.
I don't
you know what
think
still
so.
boggles my
We
mind?
had like
People
a
who continue to use the AOL browser.
yeah, it still exists.
yeah.
AOL is still a thing. Like,
No, the browser hasn't been updated in ages, but some old computers and people who don't know to update their systems will still run it.
so don't run AOL. That's
No,
step one.
it's not secure.
Probably
I don't
never
know.
was.
I feel the same. I kind of feel the same. He is. I don't know. I haven't gotten over this because I get. Yeah, I can't. When people are not reliable, I get real. I don't know so much if it's their incompetence. It's like if they're reliably incompetent.
You know what you're
then-
getting.
Well, it
then
also-
I know what I'm getting. But like, if it's like, oh, could you do this thing? And they go, yeah. Then I don't hear back for like a week and a
Well,
half.
it-
I'm like,
It also kind
can
of
you do this thing?
depends.
It's like, get off my back, dude. What the fuck? I asked you twice now, and there was a period of time in which this thing was supposed to be done, and now we're not at that point in time. And that kind of shit just drives me nuts.
Well,
Absolutely drives me fucking
Well, yeah,
nuts.
it would drive everybody nuts. But the thing is, like, it also depends on what social setting he's talking about. Because if
I
he's
don't
just
know
going out to bars to try and be sociable, like, of course, everybody
it,
you're gonna meet is gonna be an idiot. But I mean, like, if you go to like a place, because obviously, if he's listening to us, he likes video games. So if you're looking for that kind of atmosphere, you got to find people who are into the same sort of thing, so you have stuff to talk about. That's where you get to be more sociable.
But then
Yeah.
they're incompetent in the deodorant camp. That's
Yeah,
usually
some
what
of them
it
could be,
is.
yeah. They're going to be incompetent in some
There's
things,
something
so.
I've learned to do at work. So there are those who okay. So there's an Asian guy. I guess I didn't need to. Oh, his name's Sung Kwan, right? He's
Okay.
like retarded. He is an idiot. He's an absolute moron.
Is this a race thing?
I don't know. I think there is a language barrier. He's not very good
Let's not.
with the English.
Let's not
But
do
you know
that.
what? There's another guy who's grossly lazy, and Sung Kwan's inept, like 50% all the timeness is actually more valuable to me than the really funny guy who doesn't really do a whole lot fucking ever, except for fuck around, and everyone else has to do his shit for him. So I kind of feel it. I feel as long as it's consistent ineptitude, it's okay. It's acceptable. It's like, I now know what to expect from this man.
I now know who not to ask for help
important
with.
things. Yes,
And
I know
also,
how to.
if they ask me anything, I'm gonna dodge it as well because fuck them.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then there's also the guy who is just the slowest man I have ever seen in my life that somehow didn't get fired when his review came up. I don't know whose cock or whose cocks were sucked to stay here, but him I just hate being around, but I don't actually
Well, he was
hate
nice and
him.
slow and
Party.
took his time.
Yeah, he's a good union boy, I guess. But I'm like, so I try to
Pays his dues?
He does probably. That's the only way he's still there.
He probably likes to party.
I try to disassociate their personalities from their work ethic. So that might be something you need to do. Because there are plenty of people that I work with that are kind of awful as employees and sort of terrible people, but I get along with. Like, I can talk to them about things that we have in common. So maybe don't focus so much on the stuff that really bothers you, unless it's just so
Unless it's too much.
overbearing. Yeah, then
Yeah.
you just have to leave. Like, you're gonna have to leave it alone. But just try to be as relatable as you can, so that at the very least they like you, even though you on the inside really don't like them. That's the beauty.
I've
of-
had that a lot where people think I like them, and so they're really sociable with me, and I'm just
There-
like, smiling
yeah.
and nodding. my
Wish you'd
head.
fuck off.
And there are a few. Yeah, there are a few that are like that. And there was one guy where I was like, man, I was watching him work, and it was just the slowest thing. And I'm like, he's like 22 years old. I'm like, God, you are the slowest piece of shit I have ever watched work. And I started like humming the Pink Panther theme, like as he was just like doing his stuff. So I was like, and it was perfect, and I was getting a real kick out of it. But I can talk to him about Star Wars because I like that. But I hate him, and I hate all that he does in my presence at that place. But you can still have some things in common with somebody. You can still be relatable, still be sociable, not actually liking them, I would say. And it's great when they like you and you hate them. You just fucking despise them. Unless you hate despising to the point where it angers you to have them anywhere near you and they always want to talk to you. And then it sucks.
Well, I would also caution for this guy, because I have a similar thing. It's like you'll complain about someone else's issues, and sometimes you don't realize maybe you have the same ones, and you should lay off a little bit.
Are you calling me fucking lazy right now?
No, I'm saying that like like I said earlier, I get mad when someone doesn't do what they say they're going to do within the time frame that it's reasonable. And I've done that too, though. I've gone through like hard times in my life, or I've had a busy week or something, and I've just like forgotten. Although usually when someone reminds me, I don't go like, "Fuck off, you little piece of shit! I'm gonna do it." I don't do that. I usually, I
Who
try.
responds that way, though?
I do sometimes.
Lots of people.
Sometimes I'm like, Joe, just leave me alone.
Lots
It's
of
just
people.
really proddy sometimes.
Yeah, proddy.
Stop being so proddy.
Sometimes you got like 6 months to get some trophies ordered. Sometimes that happens.
That doesn't happen. I ordered one of them. I sent it. I forgot. I asked you to listen to the episode
I
to
know,
find
you're
out
right.
who else
And
won.
then you asked, and I told you I was fucking busy. And I was.
Did you get it done?
No, I didn't get it done.
What the fuck?
Now you can remind me. And I'm not going to say like fuck off twice. Leave me alone about it. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's especially infuriating when it's like you're doing one of your not work weeks, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on. You're really going to have me do this? Like, what the fuck?
One of my not work weeks, yeah.
Like,
All
I'm
right,
busy.
Let's do that next question.
You have no idea how much work I've just put in this week. You have no idea.
I don't, because it's Sunday and it just started. Although I do. I guess I do know how much because I've been here. All right, listen.
I don't know. You have gotten the 13th cross update text that I keep sending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shitload of stuff there. You have any idea how long it takes to break down a fucking script? Turns
I also know.
Turns out it's 6 hours.
Oh, okay. I also know how long it takes you to type anything, so I guess
There was no
is,
typing involved.
guess there is effort there.
Just clicking.
I guess, yeah. I guess
Yeah,
that's true.
mindless, terrible clicking. Anyway,
Let's do this. Second question here.
I got nothing to say to that guy.
Hey guys,
Sorry.
this is Corey, long-time caller, first-time listener. I've been married for 8 years,
Wait,
and there
what?
is a girl at my work. She actually no longer works there, but I still am in contact with her, who offered to give me a blowjob. I turned it down because I'm a good person, and it was the right decision. My question is, was it the right decision? I'll hang up and listen to the answer. Love you guys.
First off,
Wait, what?
he's a long-time caller, first-time listener is
Yes.
what he said.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
joke.
Was
So
that a joke or was
everyone-
that a mistake?
It was a
It
joke.
was a joke.
I'm stupid.
Because everyone always opens up with long-time listener, first-time caller.
Right.
And so he did,
The opposite.
Okay,
The
I'm glad you
opposite.
guys could explain his joke to me. I really appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. I'm just going to shut up now and put my head down.
Okay, wait. So what was the question? Like his
He was offered a blowjob even
From-
though he's
from his
married. He
ex-girlfriend?
said no, just some girl
Coworker.
at work
Oh.
who used to work there. Yeah, you made the right decision.
Yeah. I mean,
Is there a question here?
like,
Somebody,
why was it the right decision?
So, somebody the other day at work made a nice
Offered to blow you.
No. Well,
Okay.
yes, but no. That's not where I was going with this.
Then where did the yes come from?
They made an analogy that like there was this guy that was like his reasoning for cheating on his wife was like, well, if you're walking down the street and you see a $20 bill on the ground, you're going to pick it up, right? You're going to take that opportunity. And then they were like, yeah. And then the justification against that was like, yeah, but I mean, you're throwing away. What if you throw away $21 to pick up that 20? And then I responded with, well, I mean, that's assuming a lot of value out of the person that's like, well, I'm worth more. It's like, no, hey, are you? I mean, are you? So you got to take that into consideration. Like, is it worth your?
Hold on, no. It's actually if you pick up that 20, you're taking the risk of losing 100.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's a risk.
Yeah, but
It's,
that's.
I mean, that needs to be the analogy, because I mean, nothing could happen, and then or everything terrible happens after that.
Yeah.
So you're making like a big, honestly dumb risk. Your risk assessment was accurate, and you did the right thing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're done, but.
But would you gamble $100 for a $20 bill? You would probably gamble a 20 for a 20, but would you gamble 100 for a 20?
I don't know. It depends on.
And the 100 is a wife, not a girlfriend here, lives with you, divorce. That's
all my shit.
Way
Half your shit, at least.
The 20 is like it's
a
temporary,
crisp, fresh 20 though.
A temporary.
I'm talking
20
about a nice
thing.
brand new 20 versus like a beat up old $100 bill.
Another thing is, it's just wrong. It's wrong to do that in the first place. But the other thing is, you don't know if the owner of that 20 is a psycho and gonna ruin stuff for you.
Yeah, what if that 20's, other 20?
Yeah, that 20 isn't going to keep things silent, man. I mean,
yeah, that Jackson is a talker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, you got to take that into consideration. And also, like, there was a time where this chick was really going for me when I worked at the Frontier place, and she was still married, but they've been separated for a while, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I was like, maybe if you clear that shit up, maybe then, probably not, but definitely not until that happens.
Yeah, don't be a homewrecker.
Because it's not cool. It's like, it's just, and
it's not
for
cool.
you, if you're done, like, you should just have the balls to be able to be like, you know what, this isn't working out anymore. Like,
yeah, you have to end it.
and it shouldn't be a surprise. First off, they should know that there's been a problem for a while. Like, you're thinking about getting your dick sucked from some random coworker.
My question would also be like, would you be okay with it the other way around?
Yeah. What if she was?
And that really is like the thermostat there.
Yeah, because
And
if
there's a yes,
if you're
then you've
then
got
just open up your
problems.
marriage, just
yeah. Open that shit wide
Yeah,
open.
maybe-
right?
If
and then
that's the type of environment you're in.
Schweiss will feel more
I have
comfortable.
a feeling it's not, because
No,
he's
'cause
calling with that question.
Yeah,
so I'm
so-
going to go with, if you're okay with her getting her stuff done elsewhere.
stuff done, her laundry done somewhere else.
Yeah, her laundry done somewhere else. If you're cool with that, well then, I guess it's become a more gray situation. But you're not special just because you're a man.
Yeah, that one grew on me. That was good, Craig.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
He really likes that type of joke too, for some reason. Especially if you mention watching. If you make watching a part of it, it just off the rail for him.
These loose analogies are just classic.
Yeah, I always get mad when the idea is like, oh, I have to have sex with everything moving because I'm a man. Like, I'm a man too, and I never get laid. So I know for a
You
fact
could
that
just-
I am able to survive.
You could just be a dick like me, and then you don't have to do anything.
Never have to worry about it.
You never
Yeah.
have to worry about it.
And eventually,
So-
you don't even want it anymore. After a
Well,
long
I mean,
enough time,
like, you might as well.
It's
yeah.
like, fuck it. I know I'm not going to get it, so why want it? It's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
Joe's not going to be replacing Sasha anytime soon. So.
Sasha's gone, man.
Oh man,
kick her.
She's been
Kick her
gone a
out.
long time. I'm taking Sasha home with
She
me.
summoned in some.
Yeah, didn't we talk about that's not the type of girl to bring home to your parents?
She's in the great landfill. The great landfill in the sky.
can't be showing her off.
Yeah.
Dude, I've found Sasha's.
It's like guys that are like, "Ugh, well, it's not natural for a man to be with one woman. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, what kind of bullshit have you told yourself over the years that you're like, dude, friends have told you over the years that you're like, I am an asshole because I want to be an asshole.
yeah.
I don't know. I hate that kind of attitude. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of childish.
And I
too.
know it's
like-
not true because I don't need to stick myself into another man's ass if I'm stuck in a prison. I know that.
Do you know that? Though?
I do know that.
I think you're gonna have to go to prison first.
I think I worked in a Boy Scout camp up in the mountains for 3 months, and I never had the need to like get with one of the
You
other.
never had the need to be a pedophile?
No,
Like,
no. I'm saying the people I worked with is what I'm saying.
Scoutmaster Kevin.
Like there was no
Scoutmaster Joe?
there was no like me and my tent mate were like, well, we are men and we have been here alone for
Boys
months.
will be boys.
Or like
Yeah,
there was
straight
none of that.
boys. Yeah, that's true though. That is a good point. It's like, I mean, I was when I was in high school, I was single the entire time, and I just masturbated all the time, and that was fine.
And I still do. So that's like
yeah, that's like that is weird. That is a good point. That is a good point. I mean, I know I still buy the whole like you don't know what you would do in that situation, but it's like I probably would just beat off and go to sleep like I did for years and years and years. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
It worked.
so.
Maybe it was the illusion that I could that kept me not going gay. Because, like, if you're a gay dude, like, honestly, dudes always want it, right? You always want to have sex. So, like, it would make sense to be gay. In that.
Well, I've always said it. I wish I was gay because it would just be way easier.
Yeah, or like a chick, because you could just be like, it's time. Like,
I guess like a real deep relationship is harder in that situation because of everything else. But the actual getting laid
but a
part
balls
would be
deep
way
relationship
easier.
would be fairly easy.
Way easier. I don't know.
Yeah, I would definitely say you did the right thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're questioning whether or not it was the right thing, I think you might need to actually evaluate what's going on and think about that and see if maybe you didn't. Maybe you should, cut things off. I don't know.
All right, is that our last question?
Yeah, we only had those two.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening to New Clan After Dark. Schweiss has to go to work.
I do. We'll see you guys next time.